Hi, welcome again. In this tutorial, we learn about how to work with the essential functionalities used in Pandas data structures. The essential functionalities are nothing but the fundamental mechanics of interacting with the data contained in a series or data frame. The important essential functionalities are reindexing, dropping entries from an axis, that is along a row and column index, indexing, selection and filtering, integer indexes, arithmetic and data alignment, function application and mapping, sorting indexes and ranking, and finally identifying the duplicate labels. Let us import the pandas and numpy as usual. And we start with reindexing functionality. Reindex introduces new index object with values of the original index object remains same. First, let us see the docstring of reindex on pandas series object. The docstring says that it conforms series to new index with optional filling logic, placing NA or NaN in locations having no values in the previous index. A new object is produced unless the new index is equivalent to the current one and copy is equal to false. And the parameters are the index, method, copy, level, fill value, limit, and then tolerance. Here it uses an index which is nothing but an array like new index object and other keyword arguments. Let us keep this information in a separate window for further use. Let us create a pandas series object with the index ABAC. Notice that the index is DBAC. Now let us reindex this object with the order A, B, C, D. Earlier it was DBAC. So after reindexing, the index objects have been reordered and their corresponding values also. So A3, here also A3, 2 for B, here also 2 for B, and 6 for C, 6 for C, and 1 for D, and 1 for D. There is no change in the values. Values remain same. Only the order of index objects have been changed. Suppose in the new index object, if the new index labels appear, then those values are treated as missed values and those missed values are filled with NaN, means not a number, or NA, means not available. Here, for the new index label E, there is a NaN. It is nothing but a sentinel used for missing values. This is because there is no value which matches the additional new index label E in the original object OB. Hence, it has been filled with missing value, and To represent that missing value, it uses nan. We can use additional keyword argument or parameters method to fill the missing values with forward filled or backward filled. So let us create a series object 4 with the values 1, 2, 3 and the index 0, 1, 2. Suppose if we reindex this object 4 with a range of values from 1 to 6 using np.arange6 in reindex method, the additional index labels from 3 to 5 will be filled with missing values attributes nan. Look at the 3 nan values for 3, 4, 5. We can now use method argument or parameter to replace these missing values. So let us replace these missing values with the forward fill method. So here I am using forward fill for the method which forward fills the missing values. Here 3 is the preceding value for forward fill. So all the nan values are filled with 3. So look at here, 3 is the preceding value. So all the nan values are filled with this forward filling value 3. Now let us see how to use reindex and DataFrame object. Let us create a simple DataFrame object 5 with 3 rows and 3 columns using numpy two-dimensional array method, that is numpy.arrange.reshape 3, 3, and with the index having 3 labels and columns having 3 names with respect to 3 rows and columns. Now we have a simple DataFrame object. Let us see the docstring of the Reindex and DataFrame object. Notice that for the DataFrame, the Reindex method has labels, index, columns, axis, method, forward fill or backward fill, and fill value, and other additional and optional parameters. So for the DataFrame, we can also rename column names. Because DataFrame is a two-dimensional object, let us keep this information in a separate window. Notice that for the series, there is no column name here, but for the DataFrame, there is a parameter columns. By default, it is none. So let us reindex this DataFrame with a new row index labels A, B, C, D. Here the index label B is a new one. So in the earlier we have only A, C, D. While reindexing, I am introducing new label B. So while reindexing, its row values will be filled with nan. So look at the row B. All the values of B row are filled with nan. We can also reindex the column names of a data frame. Let us rename the column names as Andhra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Here I am introducing the new name Telangana and then use in the reindex method. to replace the column names with the reindex method. So here I'm passing these list of column names to a columns parameter. So notice that Telangana is a new column index label. So there is no matching values for this new column index label Telangana with the old object. Hence all the values are filled with none. But other two columns remains unchanged. That is Tamil Nadu and Kerala after the Telangana. We can also use lock method to reindex the DataFrame object explicitly, but it is not the usual way to reindex any object. So because passing list-like objects to lock with any missing label will raise key error in the future. So for that reason, we can use reindex method to reindex the index or column axis of a series or data frame objects.